Howdy everybody, Glenn here, and today I'm back with a subscription box that I haven't done in a little while, and that is the GeekFuel mystery box. Now GeekFuel, actually I've been resubscribed to them for a few months now. I've actually got 3 to do for you guys, but we're going to start with September, and over the next couple of weeks then we'll get into the other boxes. So one thing about GeekFuel that's kind of brought me back into the fold a little bit is that they're one of the last and few boxes that really puts the emphasis on the mystery part of the box. And part of that is the fact that they don't really have a really cohesive theme every month. They might have some related items in the boxes, and their little magazine that's inside generally has a focus. But if you look in the boxes themselves, they kind of take a mix of fandoms, and it really truly is a mystery box. And that's kind of what I miss in this day and age as mystery subscription boxes have evolved. They've kind of evolved out of the mystery part of it. They unbox their own boxes, especially if you're talking about the Funko boxes, or even boxes that have themes. Pretty clear what's going to be inside. I like the fact that GeekFuel has been one of the last general geeky subscription boxes that hasn't focused everything so far down as to kind of letting you know what's in it. So it's always a bit of a surprise with GeekFuel versus some of the other boxes nowadays. Even our own box, the Hero Stash, you know who the hero is, right? So you know about what you're going to be getting. GeekFuel is one of the last and best general subscription boxes where it's just a geeky subscription box and you're going to get some cool stuff in it regardless, without having to worry about a theme. And that, to me, that keeps me interested. So let's get right into September's first. Over the next couple weeks we'll do September's, October's, and November's, and we're going to start the backlog off with September's. So let's check it out. Again, since I haven't done a GeekFuel box in a little while, some of the features that always stand out to me about GeekFuel is, number one, the box. Nice, bright red box. But one of the other things is the little liner they have in here. It's a nice little touch, but to me it gives it a really professional look, having this liner, just this really thick, nice paper liner with the GeekFuel logo just kind of pervading through the box. So it's a nice start. It screams, hey, this is a pro box when you open it up. So let's see what we've got. Put the book on top, their little magazine. This is the GeekFuel magazine. They've made it up like Nintendo Power magazine. GeekFuel Power. So you got Mario on the cover. They've got the thing about GeekFuel box, since it's a variety box, they've got a whole bunch of different little features, and even a word search this time around, a little article on Harley Quinn, some article on classic Nintendo, and then they go into featuring some GeekFuel unboxers, some of our good fellow YouTube channels that we enjoy, including Stephen Higgins up there at the top, featured in their magazine every month, along with some pictures as well that people have sent in. And then they usually have their gift guide there, so different geek-type gifts that you can get for different price ranges. So nice little magazine, pretty pro. It's up there with Loot Crate's magazine. Again, this little mag it doesn't tell you a whole lot about the box, but it is a nice little addition for you to flip through in 5 minutes. So I always like their magazine. All right, let's get to the stuff. We'll start with the shirt. The shirt this month around is from X-Men Apocalypse. And blue shirt with kind of blueprint looking figures there of the different characters. Thing about GeekFuel is they usually have pretty good shirts and licensed as well. So this is a nice shirt, feels good, not too thick, not too thin, nice fall t-shirt. Dig the design. It's similar to a design that we got fairly recently from the Star Wars box, which featured the bounty hunters, but this looks good with the yellow and the blue. Decent shirt. All right, we've got a little GeekFuel sticker. Haven't gotten that before. That's some branding going on there, so nothing wrong with that. All right, we've got one of the things that GeekFuel likes to do is tie in a Steam game or a Steam download with a physical item, which, you know, if it was just the game code, it wouldn't be that great, but when they tie it in with a physical item, it's kind of a cool way to do it. And in this case, it is Black Sea Odyssey. I've already opened the box. And it's got download instructions for the Steam game. It's got a Steam key on it for you to get the game. But it's also tied to a little plastic little toy thing, which I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's kind of a flail kind of thing. It's sticky, so it looks like it's one of those things that sticks to the wall, like those spiders from back in the day, because it'll stick to glass, stick to the wall, and it's kind of a sticky little flail. It feels kind of gross, actually, but it's just a tie-in to get you to go and get the Steam game. Again, when they just had cards that had a Steam code on it, I didn't really count that as an item, and I don't really count that as an item because, again, it's something that I wouldn't pursue, or I wouldn't even really, if I was on, I'm a Steam user, so if I was on Steam and I'm perusing games, I wouldn't necessarily get the game just because GeekFuel had it in their box. So I don't really count that as an item, but at least this one has a little toy attached to it, so that's better. You know, I like it when they attach it to a keychain or something like that. So nothing wrong with that as long as there's a little bit of an item involved. All right, looks like we've got an inflatable toy, Mallet of Mischief. So what this says to me, that it's probably a big hammer, like maybe a Harley Quinn hammer. It doesn't really say. You know, they've gotten kind of around the licensing with Mallet of Mischief, but it's obviously supposed to be a Harley Quinn hammer. We blow it up, you've got your face here, and I'll use my pump to blow it up. My niece loves these hammer things, these inflatable deals. So this is obviously supposed to be Harley Quinn's hammer, but it's one of those non-licensed things that's supposed to obviously be from that character and that company, but it kind of gets around the licensing thing. So, big inflatable hammer. And then this looks like another Harley Quinn related item, most likely a mini poster. I like the packaging. Actually in a box. You don't usually see these in a box like this. Alright, so it's actually a couple of mini posters. Nope, it's a couple of mini posters. And actually they're perforated, so they would detach in the middle there. But you can see they're double-sided. And they're actually, it looks like they're like almost like coloring posters, where you would color them in yourselves. And you know, you can hang them on a kid's room or whatever. So interesting concept. You've got Batman and Wonder Woman on this side, and then you've got Harley and the Justice League on this side. So kind of, you know, like a coloring book, except they're mini posters. So interesting concept. The posters themselves aren't the best quality. Again, obviously they're made to be colored on, so they're pretty much just plain paper. But I like that it's an active item. You know, it's something you do something with. You know, if you like to color, you like to draw. And I like the packaging. Again, they go right back in there. This would make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, right? All right. The last item is very interesting. It is something that I've never seen in a box before, and that's what I'm always looking for, is things that are different, things that are useful, things that are unique and fun. This is a cutting board. So it's a cutting board made up in the style of an old NES. So let's open it up. They also talk about it in the very front page of their magazine. But you can see that Again, it's not a knockoff, but it's a tribute, an homage, licensing-wise, to the Nintendo, the original Nintendo. It's got all the same fonts and little seals that look a lot like the Nintendo seal. And then the cutting board itself is a mini one, so it's a nice little solid wood cutting board made in the style of an NES cartridge. So that looks pretty cool. I like that. Right now, to be honest, I need a cutting board. I would only use this side, obviously, but it's a neat little geeky kitchen item. So I guess you'd call that the big item of the box, but very cool nonetheless. And lastly, not only do they have the magazine, but they also have their spoiler card. So at the very end, they have the spoiler card, which I like. I like not having the spoiler card on the top because you're not tempted to look at it before the rest of the box. So we've got the X-Men Apocalypse shirt, and then on the back, you can see all the stuff. So let's see what it explains. It's the Black Sea Odyssey Steam game. Came with the sticky star. And that's basically exactly what I thought. It's like a flail that'll stick to things if you throw it at it. You've got the nostalgic Nintendo-ish cutting board. Again, Nintendo's not said there anywhere, so they get around the licensing, but it's obvious what it is. It looks really cool. You've got the coloring posters. And again, just 4 of the coloring posters, exactly what I thought they were. And then the Harley Quinn mallet of Mischief. You can kind of see it inflated on the bottom there. So I'm actually looking forward to inflating that because I like all those inflatable toys. They hit the kids' heads with them and stuff like that. So that's it for this box. I'd say for real items, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting the shirt. Again, I dig the shirt. It's not the best shirt I've ever seen. It's a little bit derivative of a shirt we've seen before in one of these boxes, but it's a cool design regardless. Depending on how you feel about X-Men Apocalypse. I dig the cutting board. That's the main thing that I get out of this box, and it's something that's different and nifty. We've got the mallet, the coloring posters, and then they just threw in a GeekFuel sticker as well as the little sticky flail deal. All right, so as boxes go, this isn't a bad one. There's some things in here that I'm not that interested in. Again, the downloadable game has never been a big one for me, but a decent shirt. The coloring posters are different. The inflatable mallet is cool, and then the cutting board is very different. So from a standpoint of being unique and fun and usable items, I'm going to give this box a B+. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Again, some things that I'm not that interested in, but they made up for that with the shirt and the cutting board, which I think is really cool. So that's it for this time around. I've obviously got more GeekFuel boxes to get to, so those will be coming up soon, along with a lot of the other backlog items I have. And I'm going to do something a little bit different with Funko Pops moving forward. I know, I keep saying I'm going to review these, I'm going to do these exclusives, and it's just becoming unwieldy. The more pops I get, the further behind I get. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some pops in single pop form. They're going to be called Funko Pop single shots, and it'll be 1 pop at a time, 3 or 4 minute videos, very short videos featuring a single pop that I want to feature and go over some of my favorites. So that'll make it a little more manageable, and it'll also mean that I can post videos more often, even though they'll be a little bit shorter. I fall into the trap of making big plans and trying to make these 20-minute videos, which you guys don't want to see anyway. So we're going to shorten those Funko Pop videos. I've got a lot of boxes to get to. Until then, if you enjoy my videos, I'm at 3,000 subscribers right now, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. And leave me your comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about this GeekFuel box and what's going on in the subscription box world. So until then, next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.